Hi everyone, Cheryl again here. I'm coming back at you with another video in my RNY After 4 Years series. And this one's going to be things that you'll never hear successful bariatric patients say. Back years ago when I worked at it was called AMP Incorporated, and these people were all, it was a highly paid place in our area. And these people were striving for careers and to be successful. And some of the bosses had this book they were passing around. I was a janitor and I had my own cleaning business on the side, so I never got involved in the book. But I remember the thing that really got them was it was called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And it was basically, the gist of it was, management positions and things like that. And I was thinking about that book when I decided to do this part of my series, and I thought, there's habits that successful bariatric patients all have. And if you'll check out my friend Donna at Donna's Happy Place video, she and I are on the same page 100%. She's 6 years out successful. I'm 4 years out almost successful. I'll be 4 years out in just a little less than 2 months. 10/21/14 I had my surgery. Today is 8/24/2018. So I was thinking about this, and I'm thinking, you hear the non-successful say stuff all the time, and you know why they're non-successful before they even open their mouth. Which led me to think, okay, everybody I talked to that was successful, we all have things in common across the board. These are it. Now, I am going to look at my paper. I wrote them down because my brain's on overdrive today. I have 100 things going on and I can't calm down. I don't know if y'all ever get like that, but sometimes my brain goes 5,000 miles a minute and I can't stay in the lane. I'm like here, there, and everywhere. So today I need my papers. All right. Number one, biggest thing I ever hear successful bariatric patients say, I never hear them say, is, I wish I didn't get this surgery. The only thing I ever hear those that are successful say, which I said yesterday, I wish I'd done it sooner. Even if you have a complication, things happen. I mean, you can go in for a simple tooth removal and things can happen. You can't always blame a surgery or the surgery for the problem. There's other factors that enter into that. But even if you have, sorry PJ, even if you have a complication, I don't see why, unless God forbid it's something terrible, why you would say you wish you never had the surgery. So you will never hear a successful bariatric patient say, I wish I never had this surgery. Number two, you'll never hear a bariatric successful patient say is, I only follow the rules on certain days. Donna had mentioned, which I never heard before, they do the 80-20. 80% of the time they follow the plan of their surgeon. 20% of the time they don't. Okay, I never heard of that till Donna mentioned it. And I'm sitting there thinking, what is that? I, for one, did not get this surgery to only do it part of the time. Why would I do that? That's like I got married to be married 80% of the time, and 20% of the time I do whatever I want with anybody I want. How much sense does that make? How can I have a good marriage if I'm not 100% in? And I tell my husband this all the time. Whenever we have an issue, he gets mad at me, but yeah, well. Whenever we have an issue that I feel he's not doing his part, I bring up my surgery. How do you know this matters to me? He said, because every day you do right. Okay. How do you know that I'm committed to this? Because every day you do what you're supposed to do. Therein lies my point. Every day. Not 80% of the time, 20% of the time. Not 95% of the time. On holidays, I'll eat whatever I want. That doesn't work. It really doesn't. And I know for a fact, I didn't fall into the trap but I know I would. If I hadn't had surgery, I honest to God don't know where I'd be right now weight-wise, because it is so hard to lose weight. It is so hard to change your habits, and I needed something. I just needed something to help me, because I was weak on my own. I guess I wasn't as weak as I thought I was, because I did quit smoking prior to surgery, and you'll hear me say it in other videos. And I bring it up a lot because I can't believe I used to be that heavy smoker. And now I'm like, I gag at the thought of a cigarette or the smell of a cigarette. It's insanely disgusting. So I guess I wasn't as weak as I thought I was. But I know for me that if I, like, this is why I won't touch French fries, for example. Or chips. Chips is the one. I did eat a French fry last night. And not because I didn't even eat it. I took a bite and it was disgusting. It was a seasoned fry because it was a different way that Chucky made them, and I wanted to taste it. I took a bite and was like, oh, and I gave it to the kids. Well, I gave Molly mine, and then Chucky gave everybody else one. But chips were my weakness. My sister-in-law used to call me the chip monster because she used to call Chucky every day. And every day I'd be eating chips. I probably went through a bag a day. Dippin'-Box, they were my gig. Oh my God, I couldn't just eat one. So to this day, I won't touch chips because I feel in my heart of hearts, even with my mentality, with my surgery the way it is, I would keep eating chips. So there is no way on God's green earth you're going to see me go near a potato chip, because I think, even again with the mentality I have, I would be weak to the chips. So being successful, you won't hear me say, 80% of the time, 20% of the time, or I'm just going to have a handful of chips. Absolutely not. I comply every day, all day long. Another thing they'll say in light of that is, oh, well, if I only eat 2 chips just to get the taste of them, it's not going to hurt me because I can't absorb that much. This is why they're called slider foods. You still absorb the calories, and they don't fill your pouch. They go right through, so you're still hungry, and it's called a slider food for that reason. It's not helping you, it's hurting you. Just like they say, don't drink your calories. You want your calories and what you put in to be as nutritious and as protein-rich as possible. You have to get what you need in with the little bit you can stomach. Like last night, what did I have? I don't even remember. Did I have cheese? I'm trying to think what I have out there because I don't have much that I eat, I'll be honest. Nope, it was a shake. I did have a piece of cheese, but I took a bite and gave it to Molly. I had made a protein shake, and I could not. It was 12 ounces of milk, almond milk, and my protein powder and some of my Jordan skinny syrup flavoring, and I could not finish that shake. I bet you I had that shake for 3 hours. I just couldn't. So after almost 4 years, if I can't even get an entire 12-ounce protein shake down, it's lunacy to fill your pouch or put in your pouch something that's not going to benefit you nutritionally. I mean, just successful bariatric patients don't say or do that. They just don't. There's another one. I don't need to take all these vitamins. Yes, you do. Now, I'm not going to tell you what vitamins because there's all kinds of different criteria on vitamins. You do what your surgeon tells you to do, or you do what works for you. If your labs come back successful all the time, then you know you're doing right. Your surgeon will tell you from the jump what you're supposed to do, and then you do accordingly. So I'm not going to tell you what vitamins. I said in another video what vitamins I take. That doesn't mean that's what you need. Some people need vitamin B12 shots. I never have. My B12 was so high, they backed me off of them. Excuse me. Some people need iron infusions. I don't. My iron's perfect every time. So I'm not going to tell you what vitamins, but I am going to tell you this. To not take your vitamins is asking for trouble. I don't care if you eat the most perfect, protein-packed, nutrient-dense superfoods on the planet. You have got to take those vitamins every single day. I have seen stories on the Facebook bariatric groups. They didn't take their vitamins, and their labs came back good. And by the time they come back bad, your organs are shutting down, your muscles are atrophying, whatever the word is. It's too late. There's nothing they can do. I think I saw somewhere where your body can reserve vitamins for 3 years. I think. Don't quote me. I don't get into it too much because I'm not the health side. I'm the patient side. I just know for me, I'm telling you, I've seen horror stories on people that don't take those vitamins. You got to take them because bad stuff happens and there's no going back. You can't rebuild things that are broken down, organs, muscles, things like that. People die from not getting their protein and taking those vitamins. You have got to, if you don't do anything else, for the love of God, please get those vitamins in daily. Don't miss, don't skip, don't forget. I have this, and I fill it every week, and it is a pain in the tchotchke, I'll tell you that right now. But look, this is vitamins. They're packed. I mean, I'm not playing around. I have my vitamins, and to keep me on track so I don't forget, right here is what I do. I have morning, I have night, the end. Get you one of these every day. There's no excuse for it. And I sit right here at my desk. I look at it. I know I got to take it. I take them. I'm done. That's it. And that brings me to two other things. Successful bariatric patients never say, I don't need all that protein. I don't eat meat, so where do you get your protein from? Most surgeons I see say, you know, don't use protein shakes to get your protein in. Well, I'm one of them that has to because I don't eat meat, and again, I don't eat much at all. Sometimes I put food in my mouth and I'm like, I gag. I don't want to eat. And food ain't what it used to be to me. The surgery has done what it's supposed to do. Food to me is just something I guess, have to do. I'm not saying I never get the munchies. I'm not saying I never want to eat. That would be a lie. What I am saying is 90% of the time, I don't want to eat at all. And that's why, again, I know I need the revision because intermittent fasting and keto was easy for me because I'll get up and I probably don't eat for at least 6 hours. At least 6 hours. I don't even feel the need to eat. And then I slept however many hours, so I've already done my intermittent fasting. And then I eat so little, and I'm usually under 5 carbs, but yet I still can't lose the weight. So that's what's leading me as a successful bariatric patient to a revision. Again, I did another video on that. If you want to go back and check on that. If there's any questions, always ask in the comments. I'll answer anything you ask me. But, you know, a lot of people say, well, we can't get our protein and we don't need that much protein. Pam from Pam Talks wanted me to do a video on protein shakes and things like that. And I did. I didn't even tell her yet. I should. I did do one on things that I still utilize and have in my pantry to this day. There's so many ways to make protein shakes. I went through it. You know, this protein or that protein you can't drink and it's disgusting, and there's a lot of nasty proteins out there. I mean, nasty. One of the most disgusting I ever had, and people rave over it. Oh, let me think if I can think what it is. Ah, dang it. I don't know. I know it's an orange one. It's a real popular one. I can't even remember anymore. And I got that thinking, gee, I used to love orange creamsicle. Whew! There is no way I could drink that. It just literally gagged me. And I made it every way. I made it with water. I made it with milk. No matter what I did, it was disgusting. Another one, them Isopure drinks. Oh my God. You want to gag? Drink one of them. Now, there are people that rave over them. everybody's taste is different and everybody's taste changes. But there's no excuse for you to say, oh, I don't like protein and I don't need all that protein. Yes, you do. And a successful bariatric patient, you'll never hear them say that, but you will hear them say, this is how I get my protein. I do at least 60 grams of protein a day. There's days if I eat nuts or I have cheese and stuff like that, obviously my protein goes up. Mushrooms, chicken, turkey's if I eat meat, it's usually turkey. I'm very funny with meat. Very funny with meat. I do like that Swanson's chicken breast. Tuna, I could take it or leave it. I hate fish other than tuna. Just can't stomach it. So I do a lot of protein shakes, but I get my protein in. My surgeon's happy. I'm happy. That's all that matters. But there are days, if I'm having a day where I do eat a little more than just my protein shakes, I have already had 120 grams of protein. Maybe that day I ate turkey and I had Oikos 000, or I had cottage cheese, or I had cheese. And that obviously is going to up my protein in addition to my protein shakes. So successful bariatric patients just don't say they don't need and don't get their protein. Absolutely we do, because we know we need it every day. They never say they don't need to get their labs checked regularly. Yes, you do. How do you know if something's wrong or lacking if you don't go get them labs checked? You absolutely, I think the first year I went every couple months. Maybe every 3 months, 4 months. And then the second year I went twice a year. And then the third year I went once. And then my surgeon he moved out of the facility he was in, went to a different facility, and he really, in my opinion, dropped the ball. It's just the facts. So now I'm with the head honcho, the one that started the practice, and they actually released me last year, but I went back. Again, that's in another video. But in the interim of that, I was actually going to my primary and getting him to do my labs, because everything that got done at my surgeons, they would send over to my primary, so he knew what labs to run and such. So, I was my own advocate. And that's something you won't hear a successful bariatric patient say, is they don't need their labs. Even if they were released, not only do they get their labs, they're their own advocate, and they make doggone sure they're on track with everything they need to do, because it's critical and it's crucial. Dr. Gerasi found my bile duct blockage because of those labs, and he was on it. He made sure that he crossed his T's and dotted his I's, and it turned out my high liver levels weren't just from a fatty liver that was still not down from being fatty. My high liver levels was a bad blockage in my bile duct from a residual gallstone that could have killed me had it not come out, and caused me some serious problems, if not kill me. Had Dr. Gerasi and I not been on those labs, how would have we even known until it was too late that something was wrong? You never know. Get those labs done regularly. Make sure you're on it. Even if your surgeon isn't, you're in charge of you. Another thing that you won't hear bariatric patients say that are successful is, I eat till I'm full. You should never eat till you're full. And if you follow your plan from the jump, like when you come out of surgery, I forget how long, but so long for liquids, so long for pureed, so long for soft, and then you transition into regular food. You're training your stomach and your mind to only eat so much. And your pouch, if you listen from the get-go, my pouch always tells me, and I listen. I don't go, oh, this is so good, just one more bite, or this protein shake tastes delicious with this, coffee stuff in it that tastes like a gourmet coffee in the best coffee shop for 5,000 calories. Lots of times that happens. I make bomb protein shakes that I'm telling you taste like, my friend came over and she was like, there is no way this is a protein shake. There is no way this is good for me. And she don't even like coffee, and you should have saw her muck that down. She was like, damn, I want about 100 of these and I'm not even going to gain weight. And they're so good sometimes, I want another sip. But I know that if I take that other sip, I'm going to just probably bring it right back up. Don't force stuff. Listen to your pouch. It tells you, when you feel it right here, you're done. You are done. And a highly successful bariatric patient is going to know before that bite even comes, they're done. You know, I'm 4 years out, and I think I'm allowed a cup per meal. There's no way I get a cup per meal. I might get 3/4 a cup down depending on what it is. Like yesterday I made French onion soup. I didn't even put the cheese in it. It was just the preparation prior to the cheese and going in to bake it. And of course I don't put breadcrumbs or anything like, or bread or croutons or anything. I wouldn't eat them even if I did, so what's the point? But just the broth. I might have got a 1/4 cup of broth down, and I'm like, woo, I'm full. That's what I was trying to think of when I said cheese. I couldn't remember what I had. That was it. It was some broth from French onion soup, and I didn't eat the onions. I just had the broth, and I couldn't do it. No cheese, no onions, just the broth, and I got about a 1/4 cup down, and it was delicious. I could have ate 10 cups or drank 10 cups, but my pouch said, you're done, and I'm going to say a 1/4 cup, max a 1/4 cup. So highly or successful bariatric patients do not say, I eat till I'm full. They never eat till they're full. They just don't. Donna mentioned this. Successful bariatric patients never say, X amount of pounds gone forever. They are not gone forever. Every single day, you've got to comply. You've got to do what you have to do. You got to make sure you follow your bariatric plan, because if you don't, I promise you, that weight can and that weight will come back on. I've seen it. You know, a guy that from my hometown, I haven't seen him personally, but my mother updates me. In fact, she didn't want me to get the surgery because everybody she knew of gained back their weight. Well, they gain back their weight because they lose the weight and they think they're infallible, like the teenager who thinks she can or he can text and drive, and God forbid they get into an accident and it's too late. You cannot eat whatever you want. You cannot eat whenever you want and however you want. You have got to do this for the rest of your life. And you will never hear a successful bariatric patient say, what was it? I don't want to get off track. That X amount of pounds are gone forever and they can eat whatever they want when they want. Moderation is key. My surgeon said the key is moderation. No, it's not. This is the surgeon that dropped the ball. I'm glad I didn't listen to him, because, I don't know, some days, I don't want to talk bad about anybody, but my surgeon has a little bit to my former surgeon. He has a little bit of, do I want to say growing up? He was a different breed. He dropped the F-bomb and stuff. My husband was like, wow, very unprofessional. He's a bird of a different feather. Let's just put it that way. Liked him. He's a good surgeon, but moderation, the key is not moderation. You shouldn't be eating and drinking stuff you shouldn't be eating and drinking. Bottom line. So successful bariatric patients don't say they have X amount of pounds gone forever. They know that every single day they have to do what they have to do as per their bariatric plan, or those pounds aren't gone forever. They're only temporarily gone, only to return the minute you slip up and don't do what you're supposed to do. So here are the things that successful bariatric patients do. And let me count how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I didn't even know that. Instead of 7 habits of highly effective people, we're going to call this the 7 habits of highly successful bariatric patients. And they are: They comply every single day with their bariatric plan, the rules. Period. End of conversation. There's no deviation. Compliance is key. They get their protein in every single day. They get that minimum of 60 grams of protein. They just do. They take their vitamins every single day without fail, without compromise. They get those vitamins in. They eat within their 1 cup or less per meal. They just do. They listen to their pouch. And again, if you've done it right from day out of surgery, your pouch talks to you. It tells you when it's full, and you learn to listen to your pouch. It tells you, you listen. Period. And they know every single day that this is for the rest of their life. No deviation, no 80-20, no I'll cheat on holidays. This is every day for the rest of your life. It is a lifestyle. It is your life. This is what it is. It's not a diet. It's forever. So those are the things that you'll never hear a successful bariatric patient say, and the last 7 are the things you will hear successful bariatric patients say. And I'm going to close this with saying again, any questions, any comments, I welcome them all. I'm not a medical professional. I'm just a bariatric patient doing my part every day to be successful as successful as I can and help as many as I can along the way. So I'm grateful for those that are here. I hope to God something I said resonates in you and helps you in your journey. And I invite I invite you to comment, like, share, and definitely subscribe and hit that little bell, because I'm going to put out as much good content as I can, sometimes daily, sometimes not. But I want to thank you again for being here and watching my video, and maybe I'll do another video today because I got something on my mind I want to get out there. So you might see me again in my shiny, sparkly pink shirt doing another video today. Thanks so much. I'll talk to y'all soon.